Hello and welcome to the Game Lounge. I'm the host and Dungeon Master of Roll Initiative, Edward Henderson. Joined here with one of my friends and players on the show,
Aaron Guevara. How's it going?
And this is one of 6 videos we'll be releasing in a mini-series prior to the first episode of the show, where I'll be interviewing the characters and their players. That said, let's get into it.
All right.
Now, Aaron, you play in the campaign a wood elf assassin rogue named Sonikkronik. Can you give me a brief summary of his backstory, please?
Well, Zero was raised up in the slums of Donda City, his hometown.
Okay.
I wish he soon became an orphan due to his parents ODing. Now he had the task to take care of himself along with his little sister. So he resorts to stealing, becomes a pickpocket, recruited by the leader of the underworld of Donda City, Mafia, Donnell Vicoli. So Donnell sees something in Zero. He raises him up to be his own private hitman. Soon he finds out things aren't what they seem. His sister turns out to be dead. He had her sold off to a whorehouse that she ODs just like his parents. Confronts him. He's beaten to an inch of his life. Vicoli believes that he is dead at this point and throws him off to the rats.
So what, like, Tekken?
Yeah.
I had to. It sounds just like Tekken 3 opening. Or was it 4? I'm more of a Mortal Kombat guy. I'm shooting from the hip here.
So he's rescued by a traveling retired priest of a cleric of sorts, and he's nursed back to health. Now knowing this, he can't no longer stay in Donda City, so he sets in motion the plans to leave, but he hasn't forgotten what Vicoli has done to him and his family. So he makes an oath to get revenge upon him, but to do so, he'll need to get stronger. He's no fool.
Okay. So we got an underdog revenge story built in with Zero.
Yeah.
I'm always down for that kind of tale. But let's hear something from Zero on his thoughts on the matter. Zero, what are your goals right now, and how do you currently plan to achieve them?
My goals. I would say one of my goals for a long time now will be to accumulate myself some wealth. I view this to be a major problem in my life. If I had more money, many things would have been changed. Many things would not have happened if only I had wealth. I've learned that wealth, it can amount to power. If you have wealth, you really don't have many worries. But ultimately, one of my main goals would be to get revenge against Donnell Vicoli, the man who wronged me and my family. I won't rest until I have his head.
Stay tuned, folks. We will get back to that. Alright, Eric.
Yeah.
Now, when I allowed everyone to retcon their characters so they could play what they thought they fit best with on a live stream, you didn't really change much at all. Backstory, race, primary class and subclass, all the same. Zero is still a wood elf assassin rogue with an understandable vendetta. But you did add one level of the ranger class. What was the reason behind this change, and how do you feel its significance, if any, will affect your character of Sonikkronik?
Well, with the addition of Ranger class, I feel that it will add more detail and more sense to Zero's story. Him being a Ranger now gives him the access to many things and skills that normally you wouldn't think for a rogue assassin. Now it makes more sense to be able to track his targets, have more awareness of his surroundings. But with the addition of the Ranger class, I now gain access to spells, which previously Zero did not have no type of ability to do so. Now he can cast magic, which makes him even more of a threat that Vicoli has to worry about. upon hearing that he's still alive.
True, and that one level, you stuck with Row with your first class, right? So you multi-class into Ranger, which means you gain proficiency in medium armor, right?
Right, I gained proficiency in medium armor, I think also proficiency in martial weapons. I don't believe I had that before.
We can look that up later.
Yeah, I think it was like martial weapons. But in all, he gains so many bonuses just for gaining that one level in Ranger class that it changes a lot about his character. I feel like he'll be able to do more damage in the long run this way as well.
Well, that's good, because damage dealing in a pinch has definitely been something you've been relying on.
Definitely.
Most notably, tag teaming with Rodney playing Jade Lynx for the most epic kill in the entire campaign so far. We will be touching on those events soon. But first, I need to ask Zero a question. In your youth, you used to be one of the deadliest assassins in Dawn Dust City. But your kill count throughout the campaign has been pretty light, and your methods of killing almost tame compared to the days that put 120 platinum bounty on your head. Is there any particular reason for your more lenient manner since the campaign began?
But of course, you see, back in my days in Dawn Dust, I was more of a hired gun and a tool used by Piccoli. In those days, I killed as a means of survival. And Piccoli, he gave me the orders, and his orders were final. The reason for my leniency now is that I don't want to stand out too much. Piccoli believes that I'm dead, and I'd rather catch him by surprise than have him know I'm coming for him. Also, I didn't simply kill for pleasure or anything like that. I wouldn't want my party to feel any type of way being in my presence, that I'm some sort of savage killer. I do have my morals, and I know life is precious, but is this a way of life I chose to live?
Not bad, Zero. You guys over here wanting to rewatch the Godfather. Alright, Eric. Anyone who watches our recap of the second arc will know that Zero suffered quite the humilities during his time in Favory Force. How have those traumas affected him, and what can you tell us about your plan to roleplay with said traumas moving into the future of the campaign?
Well, first off, humilities, I would say that's a bit of an understatement. I seen what Zero went through was a bit traumatic and traumatizing, like from throughout the entire campaign, season 1 and season 2 especially, the things he had to experience and go through. Well, other people will make it quite the laugh out of. Zero is this, rather not remember these events and just keep them a past and have it to be a secret to take it to the grave. From not exactly know what happened when they first ventured to the Faybury Forest, dealing with the lycanthrope, as a lot like to, assume what occurred in this first encounter.
You got to see what happened.
Yeah. And down to his experiences in relations with Kara, and seeing that his thoughts and opinions of Thanaji weren't completely off, and he's quite right, but there's definitely something off in the twist that he come to learn very hard way. No one truly saw coming, not even Zero. The guy you'll think who sees everything coming with his high perception. But I have to say, Zero is quite reflecting on this, and his trust, even though it really wasn't there, his trust in people and believing things are definitely out the window. And I'm not sure he'd be able to trust women all the same or really dive in that territory as confident as he used to be.
Well, I'm definitely interested in seeing if you can ever get over this sudden, understandable distrust as we progress in the campaign.
All right.
However, time to call upon him again. Zero. It's no mystery to your companions there's 120 platinum price on your head. This has caused your friends to deal with bounty hunters, people down on their luck, and really anyone trying to cash in on easy payday. Have you ever felt guilty for the trouble this causes them, or that you owed them in some way for the trouble of not trying to collect on that bounty themselves?
I feel no guilt in my past or what it may impose on my party. And I owe them nothing. For we all have baggage of our past that comes to haunt us every now and then. Even you can see it with one of my companions, Letta, the dwarf. His past comes to haunt us more than we'll like to admit. Quite the troublesome past that one has. And as far as my bounty goes, I feel that I've earned quite the trust that I'm better off alive and on their side than an enemy locked away as we make our adventures. As far as my bounty goes, I believe I earned them more than enough coin to make up for that. Especially the things how I take care of them, as I view them as family, for I don't have a family anymore. I like to see them as my family, as my companions I come to trust and grow with in our adventures.
Alright, a pretty well fortified stance you have there. Aaron, this is our last question for you.
Alright.
In your own words, what would you say the viewers at home can expect from yourself and the rest of our group as they tune in to watch our campaigns on Roll Initiative?
Well, I will have to say, it's a thrill of a ride, guys. Like, you got your moments of just complete awe, like epicness. It's like, it will leave your jaw dropped. Especially with the gags, like you would be crying. You would be crying, I'm telling you. And like the twists, you won't see them coming. The plot development is so good. It's an overall adventure. It's a real adventure. And you'll see the enjoyment in the role players, in the characters. And I feel that the enjoyment you see in us, you'll also be able to live that enjoyment yourself as you journey through with us. And I feel that, me personally, I'm usually the butt of jokes. And
well, after the second arc, it's gonna be hard to get rid of that one.
Right.
But hey, you guys have slammed me non-stop for being a sick, demented dungeon master, so I mean, that was your turn? There's probably gonna be other turns.
I'm definitely looking forward to the other players' turns so I can stop being the one picked on. Lord knows. Man, it's hard, but it's quite enjoyable still all in all. You guys will enjoy it, trust me. This trust me.
Alright, now, Zero. Last question before we leave. What else would you like the viewers at home to know about yourself?
Guess I will have to say that I'm not one you'll want to cross. And my trust is something very hard to earn. Although I may seem like a very serious person at times, I'm more of a lax and laid-back type. I know the struggles of the everyday man. I myself didn't have the greatest of upbringings and had to struggle for where I am now. I know I have unfinished business I need to take care of. Although my occupation isn't one that's seen in light. One has to do what they have to do. And I believe that family comes first among most morals.
Thank you, Zero.
All right.
Well, Again, I am the host and dungeon master for Roll Initiative, Edward Henderson. This has been Zero and his amazing player,
Aaron.
We'll be seeing him as well as all the other party members on Roll Initiative when we start airing our streams January 14th, 2018 at 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you then.
Stay tuned.
Are the rumors around the realm true that you're in the traps?
Wait, what? Who told you this?
Oh, I heard some things around the berry bush.
Very much. Damn bastards. Can't keep that trap shut, I see. Looks like I gotta keep them shut for them.